2 days before Curse of the Allflame launches, Grinding Gear dropped a surprise patch, and it's a big one. A wave of damage over time and cold spell buffs, 3 new Keystones, and some quality of life that changes how you level. Let's run through what actually matters for picking and playing a League starter. Here's what is actually confirmed in the patch notes before we get into what it means for your start. Essence Drain and Soulrend both had their damage over time pushed up by more than 20%, and Soulrend now also casts faster and costs 15% less mana. Cold spells got a broad pass. Vortex, Cold Snap, and Creeping Frost all had their base critical strike chance lifted from 6 to 7.5%, and Vortex now casts faster, costs less mana, and freezes. Taryn's Shiver was reworked into a genuine cold powerhouse, with up to +4 to cold gem levels, 80 to 140% increased cold damage, and the new Bitter Frost Keystone built in. 3 new Keystones were added just north of the Witch's start: Bitter Frost, Roiling Tempest, and Voracious Flame, each granting a big single element boost but locking you out of dealing any other damage type. The Scion is now unlocked for every account by default. Temporary Mercenaries can help you through the campaign, and a Breach Stash tab and a Return to Hideout keybind were added. First up, the damage over time wave. Essence Drain, Soulrend, and a long list of other dual-T skills all got their damage pushed up, most by 20% or more, so if you like a safe, tanky, cast and move starter, is Chaos damage over time now the obvious pick? This is the headline for League Start. Damage over time builds are already forgiving in Gearlight, and this patch just made them hit harder. Essence Drain in particular looks like a top tier safe start. Next, the Cold Casters. Vortex, Cold Snap, and Creeping Frost all gain crit and freeze, and Taryn's Shiver was reworked into a real cold damage unique. So does that give cold enough to carry a whole League start, not just the campaign? Cold was always a comfortable leveler, and now it hits harder, freezes more, and has a cheap unique to build around. A great pick if you want something beginner friendly. Then there are 3 brand new Keystones. Bitter Frost, Roiling Tempest, and Voracious Flame each hand you a big single element boost right by the Witch start, but forbid every other damage type. So are they worth committing a fresh character to, or too risky for a blind start? These are the patch's most interesting addition. For a pure cold, lightning, or fire caster, they're free power, but the all-in on one element restriction makes them a spicier League start gamble than the DOT and cold picks. Fire totems also quietly got better. Searing Bond now drops 2 extra totems, and Scorching Ray casts faster, so does that nudge the classic low effort totem starter back into the conversation? Totems are the definition of a lazy tanky League start. Set them and move. A flat totem increase and a snappier Scorching Ray make an already easy start even easier. Finally, the quality of life that changes your start. The Scion is now unlocked for everyone by default. You get temporary mercenaries to help through the campaign, and there's a Breach Stash tab and a Return to Hideout keybind. So how much do these smooth out the first day of a fresh League? These aren't build buffs, but they matter for League start. A free Scion opens up a flexible starter class, campaign mercenaries ease the early grind, and the small conveniences add up on race day. So the bottom line for your League start: damage over time and cold both got safer and stronger, the new Keystones are a higher risk wildcard, and the quality of life changes make the whole first day smoother. None of it is live tested yet, and Path of Building won't have the final numbers until launch, so treat it as a strong signal. What are you starting? Let me know.